Boh. So specifically, I wake up in the morning and I have a little bit of caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I have some like energy drinks, some powders that I like to mix up, and they're all fruit flavor and grape and something apple, like fun things like that. 4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, have my caffeine.
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning. But by the way, that's the magic hour. That 4 o'clock in the morning is when no one else is up, so no one else is bothering you, and you can focus on whatever work you have to get done. And then by 4:30, 4:45, I'm doing some sort of cardio. It's still dark outside, so it's just me, and I jump on this thing.
It's 4:45 a.m. It's still dark outside. Look at that, the lights just went out, and I'm getting ready to kill this AM cardio. You can't even see me, but it's gonna be so good, it's bad.
I do this, and then I'll have breakfast, and then I will go do all my strength and conditioning training at a gym for about an hour, and then I'll go to set. Generally train about 5 days a week, 2 days off. Sometimes there's a day off in the middle of the week and a day off on the weekend. You really gotta give your body a rest. I'll switch it up, so on one day I'll do chest and I'll do abs, and then the next day I'll do back and calves. The next day I'll do quads and hamstrings and glutes. Then maybe I'll take a day off, and the next day I'll do shoulders. When you do cardio on an empty stomach for 20 or 30 minutes, there's no calories of food that you have to burn after breakfast, so you're automatically burning your fat.
Gotta work. If you really wanna do it like this, you better get back to work. Back to work. Right back to work. Right back to work. Gotta get back to work.
With every role comes a different training program, but this one in particular was about 12 to 14 weeks of diet, conditioning, training. And then not only that, but then training with your stunt coordinators, your fight choreographers. The training was challenging, which was awesome, by the way. So it started off 4 o'clock in the morning where I'd start with my cardio, then I'd have breakfast, and then I would go to the gym, and then I'd go to work. This was a hell of a prep for a movie like this where it revolves around the world of bodybuilding and that culture of bodybuilding that we love, by the way, that we grew up on. So the prep was a good 8 to 10 weeks, 6 times a week, training twice, do my cardio in the morning. For Hercules, it was very intense. It was an 8-month process that I started. I wrapped a movie and then I started this right away. The training was harder, the diet was longer and more detailed, so there was a lot. Plus, by the way, it's Hercules. I was eating, I think, 7 to 8 meals a day, and they were very detailed meals. Everything was very specific. A really strong balance between carbohydrates and proteins and greens and fats. I hired a great strength and conditioning coach to train for the role, as well as a great diet coach. With shooting a movie, for example, like San Andreas, you asked about a personal chef. Yes, I had a personal chef who, because it requires me to eat 5, 6, 7 times a day. And it just requires It requires a lot of training.
Here's a goal we have to reach, and this is the time frame. Okay, so 6 months from now, I know I'm going to be shooting. Now let's work backwards. Now here we are here. Now what do we have to start with? What would we like to see? What kind of progress do I want to see?
It's hurricane season, but when it's time to go to the gym, we got to get to the gym. And there ain't no stopping us. Empty gym, the Iron Paradise. This is my therapy. I encourage everybody out there to find your therapy.
It's just to find balance is what I do.
Okay, so it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, sure. The structure of the diet all starts with whatever the goal is. It's probably somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 calories a day, balanced of carbohydrates and fats and proteins and greens and things like that. My diet is very clean. I got a great diet and conditioning coach, but when it's time to cheat, I start off with the pancakes in the morning. Dozen pancakes.
What am I gonna do with all these pancakes I got? What's that word? What's that? What am I gonna destroy them?
Then I move on to the pizza. Okay, a lot of pizza. And then,
low
of course,
carb,
you
yeah.
move on to the amazing brownies. And I'm not an extreme guy, but I do get very disciplined and focused. Now, you take that discipline and focus and you apply it to a cheat day. It's a cheat day, not a cheat meal. A day that
Break it
includes at least a dozen pancakes, 4 pizzas, 2 dozen brownies, and dominate everything. Just between us, I was like, I'm gonna be the baddest motherfucker walking at 43, 44, 45, 46, 47.
Blood, sweat, and respect. The first 2 you give, the last one you earn. Let's get out and earn it. Daily.